Hello, it's Kadisha. I'm back with another video. It is time for us to start recognizing spirits and, of course, making sure we're not acting out in these spirits. The reason why I have this video today is because just last week I was in traffic and this person was just having, I guess, I don't want to say a bad day, but they were not very patient. And so the Lord allowed me to realize, like, that's just a spirit of, impatient, and it's not the fruit of the spirit. And so each morning, of course, I pray for the fruit of the spirit. I'm like, Lord, dress me. I want to be dressed with the Holy Spirit, or the fruit of the Spirit, so that I'm not operating in this way. And of course, like I always say, it's not that I'm trying to make anyone look or sound bad, because all of us can have a bad day and act out in our flesh. But it's more so for us to recognize it so we don't continue to walk in this. And of course, to call it out if you see it in people that you care and love for. If the Lord is calling you to, to call it out, because sometimes we might just need to be quiet and pray about it. But in other times, we may have to speak out and say something. But the Lord allowed me to realize that I had the spirit of impatience, and of course, that's not the spirit of that's not the fruit of the spirit. So I was like, Lord, he's like, you've come a long way, because I've talked about this before, even about a friend that she danced to the beat of her own drum. I'm gonna just say that. And so we'll have times where we're like, okay, we're leaving at this time, and she still want to leave at a different time. And so just this past week, we had this where we're like, okay, we're going at this time, and I was ready at that time, but I was like, oh, I know she's gonna take all day, so I'm just going to do this. And I went outside, and I went and was waiting on her, and I was like, okay, yeah, we're out here. And I was just living my life. And maybe because I was early, I don't know. I'm like, who was this? Maybe because I was early, that I didn't really care about it. But I was like, okay, Lord, I actually did not act out in the way that I really would want to, or that I used to do it. And he was like, because you've been praying that you have the fruit of the spirit. So that's why we have to make sure that each day we're walking it. And not to say like tomorrow I won't act out of impatience, or even today, but we have to be intentional about the way that we're moving. And if it's not in accordance to the way that the Lord would like us to, then of course we have to move in a different direction. But that's not going to be easy. And so we have, of course, like I said, we have to pray for the fruit of the spirit and allow the Lord to move in only a way that he can, because it's easy for us to operate out of the flesh. So thank you so much for watching this video. Like I always say, sa cambio que quieres ver en otros. Until next time, bye.